Hi, and welcome to cookingstrategy.net. Today we're going to show you our version of kare kare with vegetable tempura. It is a local Filipino dish served to you with our own variation. First, here are the list of ingredients: beef stripe, beef flank, annatto extract, unsalted peanut butter, 1 whole white onion, garlic, roasted peanuts, uncooked rice, eggplant, string beans, water spinach or your local spinach. Now, for the tempura batter, we will be needing water, 1 piece whipped egg, 4 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. In cutting the onions, first, let's cut the onion in half starting from the root part. Then, we take the first half and slice it vertically, leaving the root part intact. Next, we make 2 slices horizontally, leaving the end part intact. And lastly, we start chopping the onions. Do the same on the remaining half. In chopping the garlic, first, let's cut the garlic in half. Then, we take the first half and slice it vertically, leaving the end. Next, we make 1 slice horizontally without reaching the end side. And last, we chop the garlic and do this in the remaining garlics. Using a pressure cooker, I heated up my water until it comes to a simmer. Then I place my beef stripe and flank, then cover my cooker and let it continue to simmer for 30 minutes. Note that if you're only using a pot to pre-cook your beef, it would normally take up to 2 hours until the meat tenderizes. While we are waiting for our meat to tenderize, let's prepare the tempura batter. In a bowl, we combine first the flour, then the cornstarch, the baking powder, then our whipped whole eggs, and then we mix. Now, we gradually add our water while mixing until we achieve a fine milk-like consistency to our batter. We could add more water if required. In preparing our vegetables, cut the string beans into sticks. We also advise to slice the eggplants diagonally for a better oval shape. Then we season with salt and pepper. Same goes with the string beans and to our spinach. Also, a more detailed version of this tutorial will be posted on our website, so please do check it out. And after seasoning all our vegetables, we can now proceed and dredge them in flour. Then, coat with our homemade tempura batter. Shake off the excess flour if necessary. And after coating our vegetables with our homemade tempura batter, we can now set it aside. Moving on to our next preparation, in a heated non-stick pan, add our uncooked rice, stir, and then we toast until our rice comes to a slightly brown in color. Then, let us coarsely grind our toasted rice into a blender. It is okay to use mortar and pestle if you like, but using the blender makes it easier and faster to do so. Then the same procedure also goes with the roasted peanut. Just coarsely grinded is fine. Now that our meat is cooked, let's start by cutting it into thick slices. Be careful not to slice it immediately as it is still very hot. Let it rest for a while. And then we season with salt and pepper to taste. And then let's start cooking. Preheat a little amount of cooking oil until it becomes hot. Next, we add our meat. We cook it for a while on medium heat until it becomes brown in color, then set aside. Add our chopped onions. Then, saute under medium-low heat until translucent. And followed by our garlic. Bring back our meat again, then stir. Add our pork broth. And then pour in our annatto extract to give it some color. Stir, then bring it back to simmer. As it simmer, let's now add our ground rice and our ground peanut depending on how thick we want our sauce to be. After adding the peanut, add a tablespoon of shrimp paste. Stir and bring back to simmer again until the sauce becomes thick. Lastly, when our sauce is done, we will add a tablespoon of peanut butter for added richness. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Now that we are done with our meat, let us start frying the vegetables. In a frying pan, preheat a good amount of cooking oil under medium heat, and then add the string beans and the eggplant in batches. Fry until golden brown, and lastly, repeat the procedure for the spinach. Be sure to strain all the excess oil from the cooked vegetables using a strainer or a paper towel. You are now ready to plate your dish and serve. Kare Kare with Vegetable Tempura, brought to you by cookingstrategy.net.